I love Jimmy.
In other news, this week, the Avengers, Marvel's Avengers dropped. And it looks like there was I don't know. I seem to be seeing like two different sides of it. I come across people who like really love the game, who are playing the crap out of the game, and then I come across reviews from users that state that the game is ass. Like
Right.
it's only a bare minimum average game. So I mean, Ray, how are you
Yeah,
feeling about all of this hoopla going on?
I was pretty excited for Avengers. I was expecting a much stronger score than what it's getting. Like it's in the mixed, average area, low 70s, getting into the 60s zone score. The on the aggregate score was into the low 70s. I mean, I had my reservations. If you guys listened to my past podcasts, like I've had my reservations on Avengers, primarily because I wasn't happy how they forced you to play every single character throughout the story. I more want to pick a character and build
Just stick
him
with
and,
it.
and stick with it, and or switch to another one, when I want to. Because like if I wanted to play that guy, I wanted to play him all the way through. I don't like being forced, to switch characters midway through. Same with like some books, when you read a book and you're swapping perspectives, there's always that perspective that you don't want to listen to. It's like, this
Right.
person again, I want to listen to that story again. I want to go back to who I cared about. And that's kind of like how I felt with this. But I hear the story is great. What I hear is the main issue is the grind is uninspired, unimaginative, just
The gear
boring,
grind or what?
terrible. Yeah, the gear
Leveling
grind
up
is
too.
really terrible from what I'm hearing. So that's disappointing. It's really put a damper on my desire to want to get this and play this game. I think I'm right now in no. I'm a no right now. I'm waiting for
Right.
Gotham Knights.
Yeah, for sure, man. But that's off like
I
another
know,
2 years or
man, but
so.
I'm so disappointed.
Yeah. What about you, Mark? How do you feel about it?
So I made this comment at the end of the night, but I maybe spent 5 hours watching it on Twitch so far.
Yeah.
But when I was going to Twitch on launch, I saw it on the top 3. I was like, oh wow, this game has
Oh, yeah.
118,000 viewers. And I was like, oops, this is Fortnite. Fortnite released the skins.
Oh yeah,
just
yeah.
the
The
thumbnail.
Marvel version. Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, all right, let me scroll through the list. Oh, 22,000 people playing this during prime time,
It
peak
just started.
after work.
It just launched.
Just launched. Wow, this is not very good. So I was keep in mind I haven't played the game, so this is all based on observation.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Outside looking in.
so watching the game, it looks like it plays great. It's smooth. The characters look like they're all unique. But my problem, going back to something I like, the whole time I always vision this game as Destiny with a Marvel skin, right? Good thing about Destiny is the end game was fantastic.
Yes.
The raids were great. The boss fights were awesome. Whereas in this game, the boss fights don't look that great. The mechanics are kind of like, the same thing I said about Mortal Show. The boss fights during the campaigns and stuff is kind of predictable.
Right.
I feel like a average player with no strategy,
Figure it
I'm
out.
just gonna face tank every boss. I feel like you could just beat the whole game like that. And the end game, I didn't really see much raids and things like that. It could, that could be down the road when everyone's leveled up.
Yeah. I
but
feel like it's probably like Destiny's motto. They didn't have raids until
A couple
almost
months,
like
like
a
3
month.
months.
But
in
they
or
were
so.
ready. They were ready. They were just holding them off until
Right.
people got to high
Right,
enough
yeah. They
light
want you to
level or
get
whatever.
acclimated.
Right.
They wanted you to grind, get your level up and stuff, and then
Yep.
we're gonna introduce the raid.
Yeah.
So-
So I'm hoping that there's better end game, because from what I was watching, it looked kind of boring.
That was the complaints,
Um,
dude. Was the end game.
Yeah.
Major
Yeah.
complaints.
But like I said, I haven't played the game yet. So what were you gonna say, Chris? What are your thoughts?
Well, I have played the game. I've
Yeah.
played the beta for 3.5 hours, and I've watched some more. So what your guys' concern seems to be correct, like on that level of like the grind and the end game certainly seemed like a concern. For me, I didn't like it like at all, and it falls under 3 big issues I have with it.
Okay.
And the first is that the game feels like 3 games that are trying to mesh together that aren't. Because it's like they really want to be Destiny, but they don't want to go full Destiny because they still want to have like a AAA, modern cinematic campaign. And so you're like weaving in and out of the campaign stuff, and then you're back to like the weird open world Destiny stuff. Because there's open world levels that are literally just like you take like the open sections in like Destiny 2, those like the big areas where there's like, oh, there's the side boss stuff, but then there's the couple main things you got to go around and do. I was playing that and I'm like, this is literally just like the same exact like layout of how it works. So it's very Destiny in that regard, but then they also the biggest thing for me is that with the gameplay itself was that the characters, they're Marvel characters. They're the Avengers. Like they couldn't be any more iconic and unique in their character design and whatnot. But when I played it, all of them felt the same. Like they all had
formula?
it was literally I played on PC. So left mouse was your standard attack, right mouse was your ranged attack, F was the button that you used to break a shield, and everyone had that. So the animation was different. Iron Man would do like a charge up, Hulk smash, someone else would do like a big kick. But F was always the shield break button. Right click was always the ranged. Left mouse was always the main attack. And then 1, 2, and 3 were your superpower things, which were just different variants of like, I don't know, power ups, but they were all relatively similar. Oh, and Q was either like heal or charge, where you get like bonus damage or something. And and only like 2 of them were different, with like Black Widow has a grappling hook and she always has guns, so she's firing, and like Iron Man can fly. But yeah, like that was like, other than that, they kind of all, I was like, I played through like with all of them because you'd like, someone said earlier, like you kind of jump around a lot. And so I played through all of them, even in the beta, and I was like, man, they all feel the same. Like it's like I'm still clicking the same 3 button combos. Like it's just, okay, now I'm doing it as Thor. Okay, now I'm doing it as Hulk. Okay, now I'm Captain America. And I was like, one of the cool things about Destiny was like you said, like you said you wish you could have gotten a character and leveled up, and I totally agree. Like in Destiny, it was like, okay, are you the hunter? Are you the warlock, or are you the Titan? And it was like, there's
you were
all
forced
there's
to have different gameplay on that.
Yeah.
They had
yeah.
different guns,
There's
they had
like
different fighting skills. Like it was never the same.
yeah, it's a whole thing on like online too. It's like, oh, what do you play as a Titan? Huh, you're a little bitch.
I got you,